Hey, what's up guys, it's Tips, and welcome to my Balance of Light and Shadow guide. In this video, I'll be showing you how to earn the iconic priest staff Benediction and its counterpart Anathema. If you're currently at work or running low on data, you can check out my written guide over on classic.wowhead.com, which I've linked in the description below. Now let's begin. The first step in your quest to claim Benediction requires you to loot an epic trinket called the Eye of Divinity from Majordomo Executus in Molten Core. He only drops one of these per kill, meaning only one priest in your 40-man raid group can loot it each week. Bear in mind, the eye is not a guaranteed drop, as Majordomo's chest may contain an ancient petrified leaf instead. Once you've received the Eye of Divinity, you'll become eligible to speak with Heiress Havenfire in the Eastern Plaguelands. She's located just southwest of Stratholme. Be sure to equip the Eye of Divinity before seeking out Heiress, otherwise she will not appear to you. Once you've found her, Heiress will offer you a quest called the Balance of Light and Shadow. This quest is a scripted event which requires you to save 50 peasants before 15 of them are killed by undead forces. If you fail the event, Heiress will despawn for 2 hours, forcing you and all other priests on your server to wait for her return before another attempt. Here are some tips to help you avoid such a failure. Number 1. Bring a friend with you. While the Balance of Light and Shadow must be completed solo, having a friend tag along is still beneficial. If this friend attempts to help you at any point during the event, a mob called the Cleaner will spawn and kill you both, effectively resetting the event without despawning Heiress. Having a nearby friend intentionally trigger the Cleaner can save you countless hours that would otherwise be spent waiting for Heiress to respawn. Number 2. Check your talents. While this quest is completable in a variety of different specs, the talent build I'm displaying now is one of the most effective. By placing 5 points into Spirit Tap, you will effectively have a 100% bonus to Spirit during the quest's most crucial moments. Spirit Tap is not mandatory, but I highly recommend it. Number 3. Equip Mana Regen Gear. The Balance of Light and Shadow can take well over 5 minutes to complete. This means that resource management is of the utmost importance. Be sure to utilize high MP5 and Spirit Gear to avoid ooming during the event. Additionally, I strongly recommend using the Second Wind trinket here as it provides a much needed mana boost on command. And number 4, bring plenty of consumables. The consumables that I recommend for this quest are the following: 12 major mana potions, 12 demonic or dark runes, 20 oil of immolation, 3 nightfin soup, 1 elixir of the sages, and 1 brilliant mana oil. These should cover about 4 or 5 attempts. If you're an active raider, you probably have most of these consumables in your inventory already, but if not, stop by the auction house before heading to the Eastern Plaguelands and buy what you need. By following these tips, you'll be saving yourself hours of frustration down the line, so while none of this advice is mandatory, I highly recommend following each tip, especially if it's your first time doing this quest. Upon arriving to the Eastern Plaguelands, speak to Heiress Havenfire to trigger the event. The event will commence with the first wave of peasants spawning about 60 yards north of Heiress. Make sure to have friendly nameplates enabled so you can clearly identify which peasants need healing. Remember, your objective is to save 50 of them before 15 die. A peasant is deemed saved once they despawn just a few yards after reaching Heiress. This event is actually quite challenging, so in order to increase your chances of success, I've prioritized a list of spells you should cast based on the several conditions that can take place. Priority number 1, cast Holy Nova rank 4 or use Oil of Immolation if a skeleton wave is up. Oil of Immolation is more mana efficient, but Holy Nova rank 4 is more powerful, so use whichever you feel is necessary. Priority number 2, use Flash Heal rank 4 on peasants below 40% health. Flash Heal rank 4 is strong enough to heal over 50% of a peasant's health and is not as mana intensive as Flash Heal rank 5 or 6. Priority number 3, cast Abolish Disease on the peasants afflicted with the purple debuff. The purple debuff does a ton of damage to peasants, so it's important to clear it off immediately. Priority number 4, cast Renew rank 6 on peasants above 50% health but below 90% health. Pretty self-explanatory. And priority number 5, cast Abolish Disease on the peasants afflicted with the green debuff, which is less powerful than the purple debuff, but dangerous nonetheless. Once the peasants pass Heiress, you can stop healing them unless they're below 50% HP and affected by a disease, at which point you should abolish them. Make sure to be cycling your consumables as needed, and don't forget to cast Inner Focus before a mana-intensive heal. Also, be mindful of your own health pool as the event progresses, especially after using a demonic rune. If you feel like you're going to fail the event, have your party member intervene in order to trigger the cleaner and reset. It might take you a couple of tries to get used to the mana requirement, but once you get a feel for it, the event isn't too bad. After you've successfully completed the event, speak to Eris, who will give you the Splinter of Nordrassil, an item used to form Benediction when combined with the Eye of Divinity and the Eye of Shadow. The Eye of Shadow drops off of the world boss Lord Kazak in the Tainted Scar, as well as the elite demons surrounding him. Unless you're in a top tier guild that controls world bosses on your server, you'll need to put together a group and grind the elite demons and the Tainted Scar until the Eye of Shadows drops. Alternatively, because it's bind on equip, you might be able to snag an Eye of Shadow off the auction house for a relatively low price. In my opinion, it's well worth it. With both eyes now acquired, simply right-click the Splinter of Nordrassil to form Benediction. To swap over to Anathema, simply right-click Benediction's icon and the weapon will change. Congrats on getting one of the coolest weapons in WoW history. This concludes my Classic WoW Benediction guide. If you're looking for more guides to aid you on your Classic journey, sub it up and stick around because we got more coming. For live Classic WoW and vanilla content, you can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/tipsoutbaby. A final shout out to all of my patrons who make videos like this possible. If you'd like to become a patron and support the channel as well, I've left the link in the description for you. Have a wonderful day, fellas. See you guys on Twitch, and as always, tips out, baby.